Hello, and welcome to Sunday Night Squid, where we kick back and relax with a little Splatoon 3. I'll be your host, the Stargate Maker, and do not worry, I will not talk like this for the rest of the episode. Let's-a go! I always like to warm up with my two mains. That would be the Splatbrella and the 96 gal. We start off with a little turf wars and then move on to ranked. I'm not very good at ranked, so feel free to leave any notes or suggestions. As we're getting started here, I'm just wondering, has anyone been following the Burger Bite Challenge? Because I'm slightly obsessed with it. For those of you who don't know, there's a lot of news going on in the world right now. There's a bunch of wars, and then there's this one extremely petty war happening right now in America between McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's. And it started with the McDonald's CEO doing a kind of YouTube advertisement for a new burger. But the thing is, the controversy arose when he went in to take a bite of that burger, because the bite he took was so small, and I'm gonna say it's because it's petty, but effeminate. It's something about the way he bit the burger that just pissed off all of America. And just to be clear, like, I'm the bad guy here. There's nothing wicked or evil about what this CEO did and how he bit his burger. It's an extremely petty thing that we're all focusing on. But that said, fuck that guy. I don't know why, but something about the way he bit into that burger makes me want to bully him. And again, I'm not sitting here saying I'm the good guy here. I'm the bad guy, but also, fuck him. Who bites a burger like that? You know what it is? You know why I think it pissed off so many people? Have you ever tried to feed a baby food and it didn't want to eat the baby food? So you had to like convince the baby that the baby food was delicious? And it's not delicious. You know baby food tastes terrible. The baby knows baby food tastes terrible. But now you have to be all like, nom nom nom, yummy baby food, see? Oh, nom 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 nom. Oh, this baby food is so good. Why won't you eat it? And of course, you never actually take a bite of the baby food because baby food is disgusting. Well, that's what it felt like when you took a bite of that burger. Look at, they even showed the bite afterwards. Like I'm amazed that made it through post, that they showed the bite, because it was just so tiny. And you just know that that's the only bite taken of that burger. You know that he took that small of a bite and then he stopped and he threw the rest of the burger away. And now other restaurants are responding with their own like burger bite videos where CEOs take bites of the burger. And again, there's so much more important stuff happening in the world right now. But that's my favorite thing happening in the world right now, because it's just so petty in that way that the internet just loves, you know? All right, it's time to step things up a notch. The 96 cal, classic 96 cal. I love this weapon. I want to dedicate this next round to my Filipino viewers. Last episode, I showed my Pakistani and Indian viewers a little love. Now I want to show my Filipino viewers a little care and respect, because you know what? You guys were the first ones to really like me. I for a long time had way more Filipino viewers than American. You guys were my most consistent demographic, and I'm grateful for that. And so I've been keeping up on news regarding the Philippines. I want to start with something positive. I know that your president is a bit of a cocaine addict, but that's not what I want to talk about at first. What I want to talk about is the joint military operation that you guys are doing with us and Japan right now. Right now, the Philippines, Japan, and the US are running sort of military scenarios in the oceans around the Philippines. And the goal of this isn't really to, like, they're not practicing for any war in specific. It's just sort of like to practice coordinating. And also, it is a bit of a message to China to say for the Philippines and Japan to say, hey, look, we have friends too. We're not gonna roll over and just like let China do whatever they want to us. Ooh, that was a bad having fun. Oh, yes. Which I think is kind of great. You know, America, we spend a little bit too much on our military, and I don't know what your debt is like, but national pride and also just kind of the soft power of helping others really does translate into actual financial wealth, I find. So I hope this works out. I hope this military operation works out, and here's to much more cooperation between our two countries. And second of all, I wanted to talk about your president, who apparently is having a bit of a cocaine problem. Now, that is a challenging thing. I gotta say, I don't understand addiction. I was around a lot of that stuff as a teenager. I was around, I'll say it, you know, cocaine and all the other drugs. I had access to it. I could get it whenever I wanted. And I tried, I experimented. I even sold it. But I never got addicted. And the thing is, cocaine is very different. As you guys know, cocaine is all about confidence. It gives people confidence. And I imagine as a leader, like your president, he's probably gotten himself into a place where he literally thinks he can't make decisions without it. It's one of those things where it helps you decide. There's sometimes nothing more difficult than we won. Sometimes there's nothing more difficult than making a decision because you weigh all the pros and cons, and you can do that all day and drive yourself crazy. So if it's true that he does have a cocaine addiction, he's probably gotten himself to that place. He doesn't trust his own decisions unless he, you know, snoots a little toot. Yeah, change it. I want to go back to my spot, bro. And lastly, while I'm still waiting for this next round, I wanted to talk about the Filipino workers in Iran and the Middle East right now, because apparently there's only something like there's less than 100 Filipino laborers in Iran, but there's quite a few like Filipino wives and husbands and just people actually living in Iran right now who have been affected by this war. And if any of you know someone who has been affected by this Iran war, I'd love to chime in. I'd also love to hear what you guys think about your president and the cocaine, because I have a Filipina friend and she is not a big fan of your current president. She really doesn't like him. And I'd love to hear, you know, that's just one woman's perspective. I'd love to hear if any of you actually like him. I also heard that his vice president will be running in the next election. Like, he's kind of constitutionally forbidden from running again. And now his vice president is probably gonna run in his place. And I believe her name is Duterte or Duerte. Anyway, if I understand correctly, she's a legacy politician. Like, she had a father who was once president. And I guess I wanted to know, did he do a good job? Do you think that the vice president of your current guy is going to do a good job? Is their family legacy a good political legacy or a bad one? And finally, I was wondering, did any of you guys catch the Indie Showcase, the Nintendo Indie Showcase? I'll be honest, I didn't see a lot of it because I don't play a lot of indie games, but I saw one that I really am interested. It's called like My Little Puppy or My Pet Puppy. And it's coming out in March, but it looks adorable, and I'm almost certainly going to play it on this stream. And if there's some other games from that showcase that you guys think I should maybe play on stream, I'd love to hear about it. I personally love dogs, and that the gameplay footage from that game looks so cute. I think I'd be riveted. It also seems like it might be one of those short games where when I play it on stream, I won't have to edit it too much. I can just kind of play it through, which is a real blessing. That's what I started doing with these, and it's been a revelation. I have to edit so much for Tears of the Kingdom. But yeah, I'm excited for My Little Puppy, and I'd love to hear if there was any indie games that you guys were excited for. Please mention it in chat, because for me, without a doubt, it's My Little Puppy. definitely won that one. All right, guys, and now it's time to step it up and up with some ranked play. I have to get out my weapon randomizer. Splatoon 3 weapon randomizer. I love this site so much. I'd give you a link, but all you need to do is Google Splatoon 3 weapon randomizer, and it's the first thing that comes up. If you don't know how to do that, I just can't help you. The first randomized weapon of the day is Glooga Dualies! Ooh, this is a good one. Again, I've hardly ever used dualies. This is gonna be fun. The classic Glooga Dualies. Okay. All right, this is the fit I came up with. There's a heavy emphasis on ink usage, as you can see, and there's also a heavy emphasis on special power-ups because I love the Booyah Bomb. I grew up in the 90s when Dragon Ball was a whole new thing, and the Spirit Bomb was this whole new concept, and yeah, so I love the Booyah Bomb. Very Japanese. That concept of like spirit energy and ki and all that. It could only come from Japan. That's one of the things I love about this game. It's one of the most Japanese games in Nintendo. We'll warm up with a little turf war first, and then we'll do a ranked battle. But does anyone else agree about that? The aesthetics of this game are a big part of what makes it so cool. The Japanese aesthetics specifically, I think that's a great touch. And this is without a doubt the coolest Nintendo franchise. For sure. And that's a hard thing to do, to make something cool that appeals to both kids and adults. That's a really difficult line to walk. There's a great meme about it, which has Steve Buscemi and says, "Hello, fellow youth." This could so be a hello, fellow youth situation. Ooh, I love that. Oh, wow. I was about to say I love that shield, but those Splatlings make short work of the shields, don't they? There's a whole style to dually play, which I'm not used to, and I have to get back into the groove of that. There we go. The dodging aspect of the dually is an element of the play that I'm not used to exploiting and getting the full potential out of, you know? But I've had some great dually battles against the Splatbrella. Splatbrella versus a dually is a great battle. Oh, wait a second. I got you. Ah! I'm still figuring out this weapon. It's a good weapon. You know what? It's a good weapon, though. I can tell that this is going to help out a lot in ranks. I'm focusing on painting. I need to focus on killing. That's the thing. I'm about to enter ranked mode, and that's more about killing than it is about painting. So get with the program, Patrick. Ah, and that, yeah, no, get me out of it. Oh, see, I didn't roll fast enough. You know, preparing for today's recording, I started to utilize AI in a way that I've never done before. In fact, I have an AI subscription now to ChatGPT. I was wondering, do any of my followers subscribe to ChatGPT? Because it's new for me and I absolutely love it. But I use it very differently than I think a lot of people do, because a lot of people use it to do their work for them. I mostly use it to kind of clarify and organize my own work. You know, present little graphs and flowcharts of the things that I'm actually saying, but I would never let ChatGPT write for me. The thought of a computer speaking for me like that, it almost feels like giving up a part of my soul. And I'm worried that kids growing up in this next generation with AI won't understand that. All right, let's see. What do we have for ranked mode here? Tower control, my favorite. Ooh, I could do clam blitz. I already did color. I have two splats. Let's do Clam Blitz. This is everyone's least favorite competitive mode as far as I can tell. All right, but Clam Blitz it is. All right, viewers, feel free to chime in with advice. I know I was talking about daily events, but now all I can talk about is Clam Blitz. All right, so my first instinct is to gather as many clams as I possibly can. As many clams as I possibly can. There we go. Whoop. While avoiding getting killed. Oh, there's a sniper. Yeah, snipers are way more effective in the ranked mode than they are in turf wars. Ooh, okay. All right. Kill. Oh my god, I have to focus on killing. Oh. We broke their barrier. All right. No thanks to me. Let's be honest. No thanks to me. Whoa. How? Oh, wow. I am a detriment to this team right now. Okay. Focus. No, they broke our barrier. I have to grab these. Yes. Are we still ahead? Yes, we are still ahead. Why are we still ahead? Is it because we got there first? All right. I'm going to break their barrier. No! Oh, I'm so bad at this. All right, we're still ahead. Someone who's better than me on my team is going to help out. You know what? I need to focus on killing. That's the thing. I'm trying to... Ooh, I got a ball.
Squirrel!
Ooh. No! Why? How? And we lost the lead. I am so the weakest link in this chain. All right, I gotta help this guy. Come on! Why is this so different from Turf War? Because everyone is focused on killing, that's why. Then that's what I need to do. Killing but also scoring. Look, I have the football now. Surely I should focus on scoring. That's killing. Yes! Yes! That was me! That was the guy who was doing the super stamp, but I followed him in, and now we have the lead. It's called teamwork, baby. Oh no, come on. No. Look at that teamwork. And look, we're set. Oh, we're hit by a bit. Oh, we gotta stop this guy. There's someone over here. Ah, no more. All right, I think we're pretty comfortable now. Actually, we're not at all comfortable. I gotta get you. Ah! There's so much more death and destruction in the ranked mode. It's just more aggressive. It's more angry. It's more scary. It's more anxiety inducing. It's just more of everything. Oh, no. Oh, that's on me. Oh, it's so painful. No. Oh, they launched one in. That was bad. We barely ever launched anything in. Oh wait, there should be a football, right? Somebody grab the football. That's another thing I've noticed. For some reason, nobody ever grabs the football. What? I saw that coming, and oh, wipeout! Oh, no. Guard the base. Clan Blitz is so painful. I gotta admit, though, that was a little fun. That was a fun boss. Yelling out loud my loss as it happens makes it a little bit more fun. I feel like we're all losing together. We all just lost as a team, all around the world. If you're watching in the Philippines, if you're watching in Afghanistan, if you're watching in India, we all just lost. Oh, how did I still gained? All right, that was fun. And the next randomized weapon is... Dapple Doolies, Nouveau. I actually have some familiarity with the Dapple Doolies. I like the Dapple Doolies. Dapple Doolies, Nouveau. Hold on, how much? Oh my god, I'm gonna get a star with these now, I bet. This is the outfit I'm going with. As you can see, there's another heavy emphasis on ink usage, only this time I'm gonna use a lot more of the special weapons. I really like that heat-seeking torpedo. As per usual, I always have a little swim speed, but when you have a Dapple Dually, you don't really need swim speed. And also, he looks great. He looks like an insane crackhead hacker who like lives on the streets, but is some kind of computer genius at the same time. That's the look I'm going for. Let's just jump right into ranked mode. I don't need to practice. Only I'm done with Clan Blitz. Tower control. Damn I'm gonna really focus on killing now with this one. The dapple dualies are really brutal killers. Although they have very short range, you have to get in you have to get in super close. Maybe I should have had some ninja squid. One kill. Oh no! I'm getting used to this whole like dodging by rolling thing. We've taken the lead. Hold on, where are they though? Woo! Oh, dodging. All right, but we're in the lead. God, tower control is so much better than Clam Blitz. That guy's nice and safe. That feels like a nice, safe super jump. All right, focus on killing, not on the tower, on killing. This is not one for riding the tower. This is a weapon for killing all the enemies around the tower. Oh, I almost blew up there. Darn it! I feel more in control right now, though, with this ink one. Oh man, I was dying so much with those Gluga dualies. I feel like these are more accurate. Oh, well, how did I wind up here? This is a mistake. My place with the Gluga dualies is not on the tower. I should be everywhere except the tower with these. Haha. Oh my goodness. Oh, I was overwhelmed by the force. I didn't stand a chance just then. I did not stand a chance. You know what it is? I'm not utilizing these enough. I'm beginning to think that my emphasis on the heat-seeking torpedoes was a mistake. They never seem to land. I mean, it's not very often a heat-seeking torpedo takes someone out, is it? All right. We are not doing well. Oh my god, they're about to win! Oh my god, no! I feel like that's on me. I feel like I was the weakest link there. Oh. I don't want to blame you because my attention was divided, but also I do blame you a little bit. I don't really. I cherish you. That's what I do. Ooh, yes, I got a Sheldon license. There we go. Wasn't a total loss. There should be a link to next week's episode right down here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sleep well and good night.